He's a teddy bear.
Scottish Highland, yeah.
How old is he?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hidden Oaks Homestead. Chip and Nicole, we are about to take a trip. We're going back to the Homesteaders of America conference in Virginia. We went last year and we had a really great time, but we've had an issue with our farm sitter. She needs to take some time off, and that has forced us to have to find
Recruit.
recruit a new farm sitter. And we forgot, because our farm sitter that we've had her for a while.
She's been our go-to.
And she's reliable and she's done a great job for us. And we've been so reliant on her that now that we have to do it again and find somebody to do it for us this time, it's kind of put us in a bind.
Well, it got us to thinking of what's important, right? The things that are important to us that we need to have in place when we bring in a farm sitter.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and go over what we look for in a farm sitter. Because if you have livestock and you have a farm and you've never had to go away, maybe you've never had to deal with this. And we're going to walk you through what we look for when it's time for us to leave the farm.
So the first thing you're going to have to do is put some feelers out. Who is available, who's going to be reliable, and some good places to look, at least for us around here, are local community pages, 4-H, your local veterinarians and veterinary clinics. If you have schools around that teach that kind of stuff, that have a veterinary program, that's a great place to look. Future Farmers of America, any of those programs are going to be really good to at least give you some leads and some ideas on where to start looking.
So what we did was we put feelers out on some social media pages that we followed, and we got a bunch of people volunteering to come out. One thing that you don't want to do is just ask a friend or a neighbor that might not be familiar with livestock. You want to find somebody that is comfortable with your livestock, because these are your babies and you're leaving them with somebody while you're gone.
It's your livelihood and it's your food, so it's not something that you can handle lightly. It's definitely something where you need to have somebody here. If you have cattle, you're gonna need to find somebody who's familiar with cattle and comfortable around cattle. So you don't want to bring somebody in who's done pet sitting for cats.
Once you start getting volunteers responding to your page, you're going to need to vet them. You don't want to pick the first person that raises their hand. You want to make sure that whoever you select has experience with animals, is comfortable with all the types of animals you have. Just because somebody's been around goats doesn't mean that they can handle your cattle. And just because somebody has experience with cats doesn't mean that they have experience with your goats. You want somebody that you trust with all the animals that you have. You want to find somebody that can be available at the times that you're requesting. For us, we need somebody to come in the morning. We need somebody to come in the afternoon. If you got somebody that is like, I might be able to get there by 8, 11 at the latest, but you need somebody there at 8, that person's not going to work for you. You need somebody that you know can be there for the times that you need them to be there.
Yeah, make sure that they respond to you as well. That's one of those things that we've learned from experience. If they don't respond to messages while you're interviewing them, then they're probably not going to be a good fit for while you're out of town.
Once you found your candidate, you're going to need to talk about payment. It's something that I hate dealing with, working out payments and all this mess. But you need to figure out what the rate's going to be. That's something for you to decide in your area, for you to work out with the farm sitter that you have. If they have experience as a farm sitter, they might already have a price point that they expect to get. That's up to you to work out. But figure out, are you going to pay in advance Are you going to pay daily? Are you going to pay 50% up front, 50% when you get back? How are you going to pay? Are you going to pay cash? Are you going to use Venmo or Cash App or something? Work all that out up front.
Yeah.
So that when you're gone, you don't have to worry about them being like, well, he ain't paying me nothing yet, so I'm not showing up. Because once you're gone, you are 100% reliant on that farm sitter to take care of your animals for you, and you don't want something as simple as payment to disrupt that whole situation. Because that can get
ugly quick.
Money can make things ugly really quick, so make sure that all that is handled before you leave.
Once you've found your farm sitter and you bring them out, make sure your areas are clean and organized. The last thing you want is to send them on a wild goose chase because they're running out of feed.
Yeah, make sure your barn is clean. That kind of sets the tone for them so that they know the condition that you want to keep your barn in. Right now, our barn is a mess, so before we leave, we're going to clean it up real nice, and we're going to get everything in order. We're going to fill up all of our feed barrels because we don't want her to run out of feed while we're gone. You want to make sure everything is as stress-free as possible for your farm sitter. You want them to come, feed the animals, do a check, get out, and get on with the rest of
their day.
Get on with the rest of their day.
Yeah.
You don't want to create a headache for them, because you want to, if you find a good farm sitter, you want to keep them around. So you want to be as
unproblematic.
Least problematic. Don't be problematic. Be as least problematic as possible for them, and make sure it's a good experience for them as well.
So that they'll come back. Keep it simple. Yeah, if you have vaccinations coming up for your animals or something like that, either do it beforehand or then after you come back into town. Don't put that on them. That shouldn't be their responsibility.
Yeah, all that extra stuff that goes on, don't put that on them. Like she said, the vaccinations, don't have them trimming hoofs while you're gone. This isn't your chance to take advantage of them and put your farm responsibilities off on somebody else. Take care of all that extra stuff yourself, so that all the animals and the livestock need while you're gone is just basic food and water. Get her your vet information. But when you give her the vet information, also make sure that she understands what's an emergency and that you decide when a vet needs to be called, because what is an emergency to her might not be an emergency to you. Just because your goat has an abrasion on its leg or it's limping doesn't necessarily mean that, hey, we need to get a vet out for a $500 vet visit.
That's keeping it cheap.
Yeah. You don't want that. So just make sure that they know that you decide when it's an emergency.
And then with the keeping it organized and simple comes a chore list. It's as simple as that. Write something out for them so that they have like a go-to list that they can refer back to if they can't get in touch with you. For example, if they are here in the morning doing feedings and like, I can't remember who goes what, who gets what, just write it out. What are the animals? What do they get? Just as a reminder. You obviously want to go through with it before you leave town, but make sure you have it in writing as well so that they have something to refer to.
And that could be something on a notepad, on a piece of paper that you put up in the barn, or it could just be something that you bang out on a text message and send to them, just so that so they have something in writing to refer back to when you're not there. While you're out of town, a good way to keep up with the progress of the farm sitter in the technological age that we live in is text messaging. Ask them that when they arrive, shoot you a text message so you know when they get there. Ask for a text message when they're leaving, and to give you a rundown of anything that happens. What we like to do is have them take a few pictures while they're out there of the animals eating, just so that you're staying engaged with your farm and with your livestock while you're away, just so you know that while you're gone, everything is still being maintained the way that you would expect it.
Right, and ideally you don't get the same exact pictures every day so that you can actually verify they're there every day. Not just checking in on accident.
Yeah, but have them shoot you some text messages when they arrive, when they leave, so you kind of know the time frame of when they got there and when they left, and how much time that they spent with you. Also, some farm perks. You're not there to harvest, so let them know, hey, this is the garden. If you want to come in and grab some fresh tomatoes, grab some jalapeno peppers while you're here, you can do that. If they're collecting farm eggs for you,
Yep.
let them have those farm eggs. That's just an added perk, added benefit for them while they're taking care of all your animals and livestock for you.
Leaving the farm can be stressful, but if you have somebody in place that you can rely on and you know in advance you've got them set up for success, it makes it so much easier. We're really looking forward to going up to Virginia and going back to the HOA. It's like a family reunion up there, lots of old friends and new friends. If you're up there, come and say hi. We'd love to meet you. And thanks for watching. We love to share with you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you guys next time. Once you start getting
People around you
things,
showing up.
be there for the times that you're requesting.
Requesting.
Little nose pick there.
Your face is shadowed because you got your hat.
I know, but I gotta I'm keeping my hat on. Once you start getting candidates putting out, or you good with that?
Yeah, good. I'm very short. And I'm standing in a hole.
We can move over so get you out of the hole.
I'm still standing downhill. Aha, this is better. Oh, now I'm standing uphill. Haha, look at that. I grew a couple of inches. Oh, beautiful.